And good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the kickoff of All-Star Race Weekend for the PCSRA Winston Cup Series. We're going to do something that's awesome. This is the one race deal drivers, as they're going to find out which 5 drivers are going to join the other drivers that are in the Winston Open tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, or at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These are the one race deal drivers. We have Jared Johnson, Chloe Erickson on the front row, Alexandria Van Dam, and Danny Brandt, row number 2. There is the rest of your starting lineup as the cars are going to get rolled off behind the pace car. As the field is rolling off, Jared Johnson, who runs in the Truck Series, trying to get some track knowledge, get ready for the race weekend here at Charlotte next week when we have the Coke 600 race weekend with Busch Trucks and Winston Cup Racing coming here at Charlotte. And hold on one second. There we go. Looks like the issue on the 67 is fixed. That was, by the way, Donovan Carter. Top 5 drivers from this group will transfer into tomorrow night's Winston Open. That will be 20 laps. Winston Open will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The All-Star Race will be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be a big, surprising field. We have 24 one-race deal drivers. And we're going to have a total of 28 other drivers that did not have a win in the first half of the regular season. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. The All-Star one-race deal Open is underway. A lot of these drivers are from either the Trucks, Busch, or Winston Cup, or some drivers who've raced on this channel before. Jared Johnson, there's Chloe Erickson. That's Alexandria Van Dam, former Monster Energy Series driver. Samantha Grainger. Donovan Carter going to try to take that spot away from Danny Rant. Rant runs in the Busch Series, driving the number 48 machine over there. Trying to get some track knowledge, get him ready for next weekend's points paying event. And what we like to call the chase to the chase for the championship. This race premiering just after 8:45, or no, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Donovan Carter currently in P3. Jared Underhill, London Jackson, the final transfer spot. Jared Underhill, who just won at Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago for the Truck Series, making his only start of the year. This is going to be the only start of the year for these drivers for the Winston Cup Series. So really important for these drivers to try to have a good race. That way they can secure a full-time spot in either the Winston Cup Series for next season. Alexandria Van Dam ran that number in the Monster Energy Series. Already the announcement that, I'm going to start focusing on these 3 new series of Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup. Right now, 5th place is the bubble spot. Last time by, it was the 80 machine of Chester Harvey. Now it's going to go to Ricky Cervantes. Cervantes, a former Truck Series champion, Coca-Cola Truck Series champion from 2015. Driver for Robert Yates Racing. We're going to have 33 drivers in tomorrow night's Winston Open. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so just as the lights are about to go down. Of course, this is the only race weekend we have here, which is All-Star Race Weekend, and we only have the Winston Cup Series lads because, like I said, Trucks and Busch are off this week. They will be here with the Winston Cup drivers next week when we start the chase to the chase for the championship in all three series. Jared Johnson, who is in the Truck Series, will be entering that race weekend. Jared Johnson, that is 21st in the points in the Truck Series. So he's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to have a chance to make the playoffs over in the Truck Series. He's got 8 more chances to try to find victory lane this season. We will have signups for season 2 of the Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup. But we're also going to have go or go home qualifying for the Winston Cup Series, which they will be moving over to the 2004 car sets. And we're still going to have the playoffs for next season. Jared Johnson driving for AJ Foyt in a one-race deal for AJ Foyt's team, sponsored by Hera. That is a casino in Texas. Donovan Carter, teammate to Todd Montgomery in the 77, who's in the All-Star race. You'll see him tomorrow night. We're going to have a 17-car field for tomorrow night's All-Star race. But first we have to determine who will transfer into the All-Star race from the Winston Open tomorrow night. As we check the back of the field, Sam Davis struggling in the 98 for Robert Yates Racing. Dora Marquez driving the third Ray Abraham. There's Danny Rant in the 55, runs the 48 in the Busch Series. Naguera, there's Lindsey Sutton. Luna Farmer, also a Busch driver. Sarnes, Pollard, Truck Series driver. Blake Wagner, trying to get some laps ready for the truck race next week here at Charlotte. Donovan Carter leads this race. Down the 5 laps to go in this All-Star Open Shootout is what we're going to call this. Five drivers will transfer in, which means we will send a total of 19 drivers home. And they will try again in their respective series next week here at Charlotte. Didn't mean to hit my laptop there. The only thing these drivers are allowed to change is, you know, what kind of adjustments they're going to have for tomorrow's 20 laps that they're going to have for the show, or what kind of car they're going to have for tomorrow, as we're definitely going to have 20 extra laps for tomorrow's Winston Open. Of course, that will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, as we're down to 2 to go. Doesn't matter who wins this; it matters who are the 5 that are transferring into tomorrow night's race for the Winston Open, and who will be the ones that will have to go home. White flags in the air. Samantha Grainger trying to catch the 14. Forgot to mention, cautions do count in this race, as well as the Winston Open and the Winston. Jared Johnson looks like he's going to transfer into the Winston Open tomorrow night. As he comes off turn number 4 to take the Winston Open Shootout here at Charlotte. Joining him will be Donovan Carter, Alexandria Van Dam, Samantha Grainger, and the 28 of Ricky Cervantes, who got the final transfer spot. Congratulations to him. That means officially the drivers who will not make this race will be Chester Harvey, Morgan Laura. We'll see her next week, as she got some extra track time. So did a bunch of other people that are not racing tomorrow night. Chloe Erickson, London Jackson, Ingrid Pollard. We'll see her in the truck race next week. Rebecca Hawkins, who will be full-time next season in this series. Luna Farmer, Michael Harvey, Tatiana Guerra, Jared Underhill. We'll see him at Charlotte next week for the truck race. Ari Springer, Alexandria Starnes, Danny Rant, Blake Wagner, Ashton Wright, Brianna Knight, Lindsay Sutton, Dora Marquez, and Sam Davis. Those drivers will not be in tomorrow night's race, and we'll have to look forward to their points paying event here next week. But that is going to do it for the All-Star the Winston Open Shootout for the All-Star Race weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night to see who will transfer into the Winston All-Star Race. If you guys enjoyed this race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Winston Open at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I've been DeVille signing off. All-Star Race Weekend continues right here on the PCSRA Sports and Gimmick channel, celebrating 15 years as the best set of racing around the world since 2010, and where champions are made since 2010. See you tomorrow night for the Winston Open.